"30 years ago, the industry was such that you'd go to the pub and have half a dozen pots for lunch. And now obviously there's a massive change in culture where it's just no longer acceptable to go to the pub and have half a dozen pots for lunch. Now there's been a massive change in education towards lifestyle choices, and there's also been a lot more support for out of work hours for people that might have issues at home. What motivates me to stay healthy is obviously I've got a family at home. I've been married for 25 years. I have 3 kids. For me, it's an easy choice. I just want to keep myself reasonably fit and healthy. So that's what motivates me. Also, to work in this industry, you do have to be reasonably fit and reasonably healthy. So without going over the top, I just like to keep myself fit for that reason.
Depression is a big thing in this industry, in the fly in, fly out lifestyle. So I just try and fill my time with as much positivity as I can. So gym, healthy eating, this is your bread and butter, and you're here for a reason, and that's because of your loved ones. So you just got to keep remembering that. I tend to not eat the sweets or the fatty foods. I tend to stick to a more healthier diet. I don't drink soft drink or some sports drinks. I consume a lot of water.
It's not hard to put weight on, whereas when you're trying to take weight off, it's a lot longer. When I go into the canteen, I try and take the healthier options. I try and limit myself to as much, like for the desserts and stuff like that. I limit myself to once a week, which helps me stay away from the bad stuff. Try to train morning and night when I can. You can walk home here, which is a good thing that Mono's provide us. They gave us a footpath to be able to walk. It's about 3 k's. A lot of the guys walk in groups and have a bit of a chat on the way home. Bit of bonding, I guess. So that's 35 minutes of your afternoon gone, and then come home, have a feed and do a bit of gym.
I try to exercise daily, and when I say exercise daily, you don't have to go over the top. Some people like to do their gym and work out and whatnot, but I sort of keep just a simple routine that works for me. I try to eat well. That's obviously important, and I also try to get a lot of rest. I don't mind a beer like everyone, but you've got to sort of control that. That's probably a real big thing, and that's what I do. It's sort of not really that difficult.
My hobbies, they're mainly sport orientated. I like to do rowing, rugby league, touch football, and I guess if I sit in the camp here and don't do anything, I'm going to be pretty slack when I get home and try and play those sports. I guess I'd like to think that I'd stay fit and healthy for my family.
Each of the camps that we've been in, we've had pretty good gym setups, if that's what you want to do. Some of the initiatives on this job recently is they've had a Biggest Loser challenge for those who feel they want to try and get on top of their weight. So that's a recent initiative. And even just being able to walk home from work's a good thing, yeah. I wanted to be able to do things when I'm 65 or 67 or 75, so I know that I need to do the right things by myself to be able to achieve that. The information's there for you if you want it, so, and there's help there if you need it. You really want to be looking after your health for the future, so the future is a bright future.